this small talk is about my experiment with HTTP2, namely the server push and the service workers. So I have some conclusions. They are not that good, but I think it's worth sharing it. So for the ones that haven't played with this, server push from HTTP2 allows to push resources from the server to the client. So imagine that you have like an index route and your user is accessing to it. You may want to push some CSS files or JavaScript files to the client. And obviously service workers, as you know, allow you to intercept the fetch requests and play with it, cache it, and so on. So actually what I did was just a thing playing with server push. So here I'm pushing two resources, as you can see here, style.css and app.js. And these two resources are being, and all the other resources are being served using HTTP2. So, and then the service worker is being registered. And yeah, because of the file the CSS file being pushed, you can see that I have like an aquamarine background there from the file that was being pushed, actually. So yeah, you can also see here that the connection ID is not the correct one, and that's where we are going to get in detail. But what I really wanted to try was if I go offline, what happens? And in this case, because I was caching those files, the service worker managed to do it in the proper way. However, the first thing I had was this one. So just in the beginning of this year, we have this a security issue that we cannot try these things without a proper certificate. So yeah, I was too lazy to set up a certificate, so I decided to do this. And that's like that insecure flag to the service worker. But yeah, that's not a good idea, guys. You'll see in the future. Like I learned a bit. Every time you try to go to a workaround. Well, it was why HTTP2 was created at the first time. So we are doing lots of workarounds, and it tries to help not to do them. And in particular, one of the things that HTTP2 tries to solve, because we do quite a lot of workarounds regarding this, is having only one connection. So while I was debugging this, I decided to take a look at the connections. If you go to developer tools and open a new tab for this, you can see which connection is being used. And it was quite strange because it was using two different connections, one for the service worker files that are being requested, and another one for the files that are requested by the window itself. So what happens is that this is kind of not correct. So despite the fact I was trying to use cache headers to store these files, they were being requested again, as you can see here. So the style.css file was requested in the first place by the window, but then it's being requested again by the service worker, and this is quite something that's not what we want. So what happens is that the HTTP2 cache is being stored at the connection level. So if it terminates, the information that is in the cache is going to be lost. So a workaround for this, and it's the correct way of doing this, is having these flag credentials include. And yeah, basically we have this idea. By default, what Chrome does is putting the files that are in the service worker as non-credentialized due to security reasons. And if we manually do this, we don't need to do this to all the files because they may or not be in the same origin. It will actually fix it because we can have multiple files in the same connection. So Well, this one is not updated. I felt here. I was adding this one just before the talk. But what was happening is that in the first place, the index route is being requested by the window. Then the CSS file, star.css file, was being pushed into the HTTP2 cache because I was pushing it using my Node.js server. I didn't put details of the Node.js server here because not everyone is playing with it. Then the style.css file was being actually being requested by window and fetched by the HTTP2 cache. But because I had fake certificate, it was in the wrong mode, so it was not being put in the regular cache, and the service worker was trying to grab it again and doing a new request. So yeah, the solution was mainly to finally here you can see that with that certificate includes, I managed to have like credentialized requests, and they are in the same connection. You can see that I'm pushing 2 resources, and here they are actually being retrieved from the cache. I set up like 5 minutes cache or something like that, just to try it. Yeah, that's mainly it. And I finally could remove the insecure things after adding the certificate itself. Basically, I set up a Let's Encrypt certificate and played around with it. And if you are curious about it, here's the GitHub repo. I also wrote a blog post 2 months ago about it. And if you have some questions, please talk to me. Yeah, that's it.